So Prabhupada accepted all of this. The Chutananda once said, okay, Guru Das should wear yellow because he's a grihastha, but he preaches like a sannyasi.
So Krishna spoke to me from within the heart. Prabhupada, when I took that picture as a big sir, nailed it to the tree and offered my pinto beans and brown rice there every day, Krishna was speaking to me in my heart. And after a couple of weeks of that, I became tired of living the life of, austerity up there in the mountains. So Krishna said in my heart, go to San Francisco, go to San Francisco. And I kept on thinking, but I got everything here, I down the street, I got the drug master, and I got the ladies coming by, and I have my own gold mine, and I have my own spring, and it was the living the life of hippie luxury. And Krishna was saying in my heart, go to San Francisco, go to San Francisco, go to. So I jumped on, came down from Big Sur, stuck up my thumb, gonna ride right to Hippie Hill, right to Sharon Meadows. I sat there in Hippie Hill and I go, oh, okay, Krishna, what's up now? And the meadow was filled with people, bongo drums were playing, the first beats were going like that, people up in the trees getting high. And I was there, sitting on top of the hill, okay, what's next? And then all of a sudden I started hearing. And I'm looking around, all the panoramic of Hippie Hill and down Sharon Meadow, where are they? Where are the devotees? Because that's what I was looking for, actually. And then I looked behind me, and lo and behold, Lord Jagannath's Rathayatra cart in 1968 was passing right behind me. Right behind me. I took my backpack off, I threw it on the Rathayatra cart, got my little clappers, and I clapped all the way down to the ocean, and I never looked back. Krishna had me there. That's my tie.
And I'm going to mention it later, that we have the distinction of all the Rathayatras around the world to be the first one in the Western world. This one. And Prabhupada was right up there, and he drew a picture of a flatbed truck with an altar on. Right here was the God's Eye ice cream parlor where the Hells Angels and the Diggers hung out. And the Diggers would feed people. And we'd feed people, so people would be coming here for feasts all the time. And then the Hells Angels, it's in my book, but one time we're having kirtan, and we hear this long kirtans, about over an hour, kettle drums, Prabhupada sitting up there. And so we hear this thumping on the wall. Prabhupada was getting ready to talk. So for some reason, Prabhupada called me up. I don't know why he called me, but what's that noise? Okay, I'll go see. I come out here, get a breath of fresh air from the kirtan. It was over an hour. What a great kirtan. Go next door. This Hell's Angel. He opens the door. He's got a swastika hanging from his ear. He's got a tattoo, 13, on his head. He's got no teeth. It's like switchblade against beadbag. So, I come in, I said, well, the Swami's going to speak. Could you party less hardy? But I forget what I said in the 60s, And he said, oh, the Swami's the heaviest. They said, Ken Kishi too, the Swami's the heaviest. I said, well, one translation of Guru is heavy. And then they go, So the guy says, the noise was they were banging against the wall. They said, we were banging against the wall because of your singing, man. Oh. I said, well, now the singing stopped and the Swami's going to speak, okay? They said, okay, cool. So they were right there, and this was the spirit. So many searchers, people weren't afraid to search. And then Prabhupada comes in our midst. And he comes right here. No mridanga, no books, no kartals, no altar, no deities, no movement, just this benign, compassionate wonderful man from the East sitting in our midst. Like Madhavisa, I was in hippie heaven. I was having the pleasure of my life. I had beaten the army. I didn't go into the army because of my beliefs. I was in the civil rights movement. And I said, I ain't going with Stokely Carmichael. I beat the army. I was in pleasure. And somehow or other, this man from India tricked me.
Hell no, we won't go.
He did. He
Hell
called me.
no, we won't go.
I didn't
Hell
want to join
no.
the Transcendental
We won't
Army.
go.
I only beat the army.
Hell
Suddenly
no,
I'm in the
we won't
Transcendental
go.
Army. Giving up all the pleasure things. What's going on?
The kirtan and prasadam is the silent weapon. The secret weapon is the prasadam. And the unique feature of the San Francisco temple in those days, it had the Matajis, who were the best cooks in the whole movement. Janaki, Jamuna, Malachi, Hasarani, and all these Matajis were cooking. So Prabhupada introduced the Sunday Love Feast. And that was because we were feeding people every day at lunchtime. And it was very popular. But on Sunday was a special day because all the delicacies were being made. And these Matajis were excellent cooks. I mean, you can see Jamuna's cookbook now. It's like an encyclopedia of cuisine, you know? So on Sunday, people would come in. They would fill into the temple, you know? Hundreds of people, so many people that we would have to line them up on the sidewalk here, sit down. So the prasadam was served in the front out of the pots. You know, everybody would sit around the pots and they would fill up one plate with halva, one plate with pushpan, jelly rice, one scoop of dahi vada, one scoop of hard dal and gulab jamans, and all the delicacies, and they would pass it around like a big horseshoe around the temple room and come back out here to the people who were out in the sidewalk. So the people who were out on the sidewalk, although they weren't able to get into the temple, they would get the prasadam first. And they were eating their prasadam. So the brahmacharis had it all wired. We were such prasadam junkies that we would all get out here on the sidewalk and we would get our prasadam. And then we would run around the temple in the back and jump in the back window and get another plate of prasadam. So we would get
Jagannatha.
So this is the historical junction. The Haight, the cross street Haight and Ashbury. Right?
It's Clayton.
Oh, this is Clayton. Actually, next one up is This is also historical. Because that's where the free clinic is up there, right?
Right.
Yeah, that free clinic there.
This is where the free clinic is, right up on.
Technology, they're making more of a